you see this equation here, 40 plus 0.1x. And then you have the second one, $25 initially plus 25 cents per mile driven. And that's the one you see in blue, y equals 25 plus 0.25x. In this class, Desmos is going to be your best friend. We're going to use it a lot because it's awesome and it does a lot for you. So we will graph maybe systems by hand, but mainly with Desmos. So when you're graphing a system of equations, you just have two equations and you're trying to find where they're both the same. So can you please talk to each other? When you are trying to find where they're both the same, what are you looking for on a graph? Okay, what am I looking for? Where they cross, meet, there's a special word.
Nope.
Intersect. There it is. That's the mathy word, okay? So, ooh, that's a lot. This is the solution. I don't know why it's like that right now. We'll fix it. So yes, you're looking for where they cross. So my solution is at 150, which means that on 100 miles, they are both $50. We will do more with word problems Tuesday, I think? Yeah. Cool. Moving down. So it does say this down here, graphically, we want to know where the lines cross. However, graphing can be cumbersome and time-consuming. It's also not very accurate without the aid of technology. And so that's why we'll tend to use Desmos. You can do this algebraically. There are two ways to do it, substitution and elimination. We will do systems with lots of different equations in this class, but we'll start with just linear. So actually, we're going to write this one. Oh, cool. There is one. I missed that. Do you see there's space on the right side there? So we're going to solve this one. Solve one of the variables, equations for one of the variables. So looking here at this system, you could easily solve this one for y. You see how it's almost alone? So if I subtract, I know this you'll have to write kind of small, if I subtract the 2x to the other side, then it would become, let's see, y equals 8 minus 2x. So that is solved for one of the variables. And then we're going to do substitution. Substitute that quantity for the same variable in the other equation. So I can take this and put it in which spot? It says y equals 8 minus 2x. So where can it go in the other equation? In this equation, it can go in the y spot. Do you see that? It's going to replace the y because they're equal to each other, because this is equal to y. It takes the y's spot here. So that would look like, in parentheses, we're keeping this equation, but we're rewriting it. Negative 3x minus 3, but instead of y, I put this whole expression, because that's what y is equal to. I'll try and color code for you. 8 minus 2x is replacing the y, so that the y is gone, because we don't have oil, we're replacing it with butter. And then you would solve this equation just like you solve equations your whole life. Maybe not your whole life. You distribute and solve. So whoop, whoop. So solve for the remaining variable. In our case here, it's x, so negative 3x minus 24 plus 6x equals negative 15. We're just going to keep solving. I combine these, and I get 3, right? 3x minus 24 equals negative 15. I lost my 1. That's a negative 15. And then we would add 24 and divide by 3. So at this point, you're just solving an equation, which is good practice for you since that's part of our unit. Oh, negative 15, 9. And then you divide by 3. And you get 3. You would then plug that back in to get your y value. So you just have to choose one of your equations. So I'm going to choose I'm actually going to choose the one that's already solved. So this one right here, that's y equals 8 minus 2x. I'm going to use that. And put the x back into, which spot do I put the x into? Or sorry, the 3 into? X, so y equals 8 minus 2 times what I know x is, 3. So that would be equal to 8 minus 6, 2. I'm sorry, this example is looking so chaotic right now. Okay, you get 2 answers, an x and a y, and then you write it as an ordered pair. So my final answer is the point 3, 2. If I were to graph this system, that would be where they cross. How can I get one of these equations, x equals or y equals? Okay, any suggestions on which one I should do and what should I do? On this top equation, we're going to use it solve for y. Okay, solve for x. Do you see how this x is already almost by itself? So then if I just move the 3y over, it will be. So I would subtract the 3y over, and then we're going to rewrite this equation. I'm trying to draw an arrow. There you go. So that it becomes x equals -1 minus 3y. Now it's x equals, and now you can put it into the other equation where, let's see, I've got x equals -1 minus 3y. Where do I put that in the other equation? In the x, so that goes there. So now you'll rewrite the bottom equation, but instead of x, you'll put the expression 4, and in parentheses, -1 minus 3y. Plus 3, nope, sorry. What's it say? Minus 5y equals -4. This is the part that we should hopefully know how to do. We distribute, we solve. So -4 minus 12y minus 5y equals -4. You combine your like terms and get, it's -12 down 5 more. It's actually -17. And you keep going, you add 4. This is an important moment. What is it? 0. Some of us on our quiz were like, no solutions. No. It's just 0. It's okay. Okay, and then we're almost done. Again, not no solutions. You need to keep going. Because what do I need to do with this -17?
Divide it.
Okay, please do not say no solutions if it's 0. You're just scared, but you don't need to be. It's just 0. Which is actually going to work out pretty nice for you. So that's one of your answers. But you need to go back and get your x, right? So then I can do, if I use that one, x equals -1 minus 3y. I put 0 in which spot?
The y.
It takes the y spot. So x equals -1 minus 3, color coding, 0. And what is 3 times 0? So that's basically gone. X equals -1, which is great. You have your 2 numbers. But remember, this is actually a point. So you would write it as -1, 0. Okay, let's talk about our options. This top one is almost solved for y. You would just have to divide by 3. But do you know what's going to happen? Fractions. Fractions are not my favorite. You could solve for y here, but then you end up dividing by 6. And again, what happens? A fraction. So I would solve for x. There's not a right answer. It's just how do you feel about fractions? And if fractions are not your friend, then I would try to avoid them. So I got -2x. How do I move it over? You add it. You would add, oh shoot, did I solve for the wrong thing again?
Maybe.
Dang it. Okay, I have to move the 6y over and then divide by -2. I did that in my second hour too, guys. Okay, subtract the 6y. So we get -2x equals 24 minus 6y. And now what do I do with the -2? Divide. Remember, you're dividing everything by -2. So that x equals -12 plus 3y. We are doing substitution, which means to replace. So where are we gonna put it? X. It's what x equals to, so it goes in the other equation in the x spot. So we're going to rewrite the top equation. 3y equals 2, and in parentheses, I'm trying to color code for learning, -12 plus 3y plus 15. If you feel like you can solve this on your own, then solve it on your own, because we've been solving equations for a long time now. But I will distribute, combine like terms, and solve. -9. Remember, if you have variables on both sides, you do have to move them to one side. And get -3y. So if I divide by -3, you should get +3. We're going to use that one, and where do I put the 3? The y. You're doing -12 plus 9, or, oh, not x. Okay, -3. You write your answer as a point, -3